Hello, dear students. Today we are going to see a new lesson, and this time it's again a grammar lesson. It's unit number 9, Sustainable Development, and this lesson in fact is going to tackle models, and we are going to do a kind of recapitulation to what you saw last year, models in the present. But this year, the main concern is models in the past. Okay, so let's start with example number 1. John can speak English. We, Moroccans, we must defeat Corona because we are all cooperating. Number 3, Yasmin may go to Agadir. She may travel to Agadir. Listen, you should stop smoking. You should stop, no more smoking. You should stop smoking. You need to stop smoking. You ought to stop smoking. And we have all citizens, all Moroccans, all people who belong to Morocco and who are proud of being Moroccans, all citizens have to put on masks. They have to put on masks. Now, if you look at the first example, you are going to notice that we have kind of subject and we have the model. Okay, so we have the subject, the model, the main verb, and we have an object. Subject, model, main verb, and an object. The meaning here, because each model, we have can, we have must, we have may, we have should, we have need to, we have ought to, we have to, had to, could, might, shall, would, will, and we have a lot of, it's a long list of models. But today we are going to see these are just examples but because last year you saw all of them. Now the meaning of this, let's come back to the meaning of this example. John can speak English. John can speak English, which means that John has the possibility, has the ability to speak English, which means John, in other words, John is able to speak English. The meaning of can here and the use, it's used to express ability, which means he is able to or she's able to, ability. Can expresses ability. Okay, he is able to do something. Okay, in example number 2 we have, we Moroccans, we must defeat Corona. Why? Because we are all cooperating. The one who is talking here is sure. He said we must. It's not we should or we must. We must defeat Corona because we are all working together. We are all cooperating. So must here expresses necessity. Necessity. It expresses that it's like we say it's necessary that we are going to defeat Corona. It expresses necessity, all right? Necessity, which means something that is necessary, okay? That is very important, that is so essential. And here it means that I am 100% sure, I am sure that we are going to defeat Corona, to end Corona and to stop this pandemic. Number 3 now, there is may. Yasmin may go to Agadir. She may go to Agadir. She may go to Marrakesh. She may go to Safi. She may go to Paris. She may travel somewhere else. So this is, it's a possibility. So may here expresses possibility. May here expresses possibility. Now, in example number 4, you should, please, you should stop smoking. Okay? You should stop smoking. Here, I am advise, you are my friend, and I love you, and I care about you, so I advise you. I need to advise you. So you should stop smoking, and you need to stop smoking. You ought to stop smoking. You ought to stop smoking, please. I'm saying kind of please. Huh? It's advice. Okay, it's advice. All citizens have to put on their masks. Here, Mr. Sa'di Al-Athmani is talking, and he is saying, all citizens must put on their mask. It's an obligation. So have to, here, this model have to expresses obligation. Something that is obligatory, that you must do. Okay? It's obligation. Okay? So we have so many different meanings. Okay? So many different meanings of models. We have ability, which means I am able to do something. We have necessity, which means something that is necessary, that you are 100% sure of. We have possibility, maybe, maybe not. Okay, possibility. And we have advice, you should, you ought to. And we have obligation, you must do it. So these are the meanings. These are why we use these models. Now we move to how do we put model in a sentence. Okay, how do we put a model in a sentence? Do we put it before the verb or after the verb? What do we do exactly? Now, look at the first sentence. Okay, all the models have the same structure, the same form, and the same rule. So we have John, which is what? It's a subject. John is a subject. Then we have after the subject we have the model. Okay, we have the model. Then after the model, what do we have? Can speak, can defeat, can go, may go, should stop, need to stop, ought to stop, have to put on. So this is a verb. This is a verb, or what we call a bare infinitive. It's not conjugated. We don't say spoken or spoke or speaks, must, defeated, or must defeats or something, or gone or went or go or goes. No, we say this is a verb or plus infinitive. Exactly, let's say plus an infinitive. Infinitive. Then plus maybe a complement or an object. Okay, so these are in fact models, but in the present. John can speak Tamazigh, can speak Arabic, can speak English. Now it's in the present that we are going to defeat Corona. It's in the present now that she may go somewhere. I don't know. Now it's the present that you should stop smoking. It's the same. All citizens in the present have to put their masks. Okay? So these are models in the present. Okay? Not the past. Okay, so this is the first part of the lesson. Okay, the first part of the lesson. Now we are going to move to another part. Thank you. Now we are going to go to the second part of our lesson, which is again, it's the same. Okay, it's the same lesson, and it's about must, should, may, could, can, ought to, need to, will, would. But this time it's exactly about something that has to do with the past. It's something that has to do with the past. Let's discover the first example to see exactly what we are saying. Now, Morocco is a safe country. Okay? Morocco, it's a safe country. It's not a dangerous country. Okay? Why? The government must have. Again, must expresses necessity. It expresses necessity, something that is necessary. So, it's necessary that the government have done great efforts to prevent corona. Okay? Why Morocco is a safe place now? Because in the past, the government must have done. It's not must do now. No, must have done in the past. Okay, last year, last month, I don't know. Great efforts to prevent, to stop, okay, to stop this pandemic, which is called corona. In the second example, so again, must expresses necessity. Good. So in the second example, Hamza is a successful young businessman. He is so successful. He's making a lot of success as a businessman. He is a businessman. He has a company, and he has a car, he has a house, he has a lot of things. So he's so successful. This Hamza could have invested a lot to reach this level. So Hamza is in a certain level. He is so good now. So he must have done, or he could have done a lot. He could have done a lot of efforts to reach this level. Not now. Now he is successful. But before being successful, Hamza could have done or could have invested a lot. It's the past. So this is a model in the past. This is a model in the past. It's the use in the past. Now, number 3, she may have traveled to Rabat. Okay, she may have traveled to Rabat if she had enough time. So it's possibility that she may have traveled to Rabat if she had time. Okay, which means she didn't have time. That's why she didn't go to Rabat. Okay. 4. Maria has a lung cancer now. She should have. Okay, this is the short form, because we have the full form, and we have the short form, should have. Maria has a lung cancer now. She should have stopped smoking to avoid such a disease. So she has a problem. She has a problem. My advice to her, kind of advice here, that she should have stopped in the past. Because now she's suffering. It's already done. She should have stopped smoking to avoid, okay, to avoid this disease. Jack is obese. He is so fat. He is so fat. He oughtn't to eat. Oughtn't to have eaten a lot of junk food or junk food. So Jack is obese. He oughtn't to have eaten junk food. So these are, okay, these are in fact models. But you know the use of these models, the form of these models, and the meaning of these, of the use of these models is kind of totally different from what we've seen before. For example, let's take again the first example. Must have done. Must have done. So we have a model, we have, and we have done. Okay, the model, again, this is the form. We have subject, which is the government, subject, plus what? The government plus the plus model. Any model, it might be could, it might be must, it might be can, it might be would, it might be might, I don't know, a lot of should and other models. So model plus have and have here. So plus have. Plus what? We have done, the verb to do, we have do, did, done, do, did, done. Have invested, invested. Travel, traveled. Stop, stopped. Eat, ate, eaten. So this is eaten, is, and traveled, and okay, these are what we call the past participle. The past participle of a verb. So the rule or the form of this, of models or of a subject that is containing models in the past is subject, Ahmed, he, she, it, plus model, plus have, plus past participle. Notice that all models can take a negative form. And you know when we say negative, it's not. Okay, the negative, it's we add not. And we have here an example. He ought to. He ought not to. He should not have eaten. Okay, he should not have eaten. He must not have eaten. He mustn't have eaten. So, and here, of course, when we add not, the meaning changes. Also, the meaning changes, and the meaning we have, I mean, dozens of meanings, a lot of meanings when it comes to model. So we have here subject plus model plus not plus have plus past participle So this was all for models in the past. For more, in order to go deep into this lesson, you can go to your book. You have their lesson. You have a lot of examples, and you have a lot of exercises and practice that you can do and share with me on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Microsoft, especially Microsoft Teams. Thank you for being with us. Thank you so much.